and the humidity is 78%. I just finished up a 10K run, had a little coffee, organic banana with almond butter from Costco. I like it because they're the Kirkland brand, the ingredients are just almonds. But last night was great, watching the Professor Dave Witsit debate. I think that went really well, a lot better than it could have, you know, because Dave was not, I don't think he was as toxic as he was in previous ones, you know. Austin got to speak a little bit, you know, that he does get interrupted a lot, but yeah, I think overall that was good. And Robot Polisher's edit this morning was funny. It was great because honestly, he doesn't have the answers. He's not looking for them. He doesn't think there's answers to even look for. And that's, you know, the mentality of some of these folks is they really think that looking into the shape of the earth or what this realm is, or even, you know, how the human body works as far as being healthy, because, you know, I'm always looking at what is true health. But all these different things, most people are like, somebody else figured it out, or the science, you know, knows, and I couldn't know that, so I'm just going to yield all my mind over to the authorities. And I think questioning things is healthy, having a critical mind or looking at things from a couple different angles is, I think it's wisdom to do that rather than just being neutral. Because man, the heavens, what's going on in the sky, how it moves, and how, you know, if you're at the equator looking north, it appears to rotate a particular direction. You turn around, it looks like it's moving another, but it's not. It's moving all in one direction. Some people say, no, that can't be possible. But if you explain it and they listen, that, you know, it's optics and it is possible because it does happen. That's fun. To me, that's fun. Growing up, I've always liked the outdoors. You know, I've been running since 3rd grade. I like being outside. I like being in the sun. I like looking at nature. And I mean, just where I'm at right now, you know, people say like, oh yeah, I love nature. And I've said this before on streams. I love the mountains. I love the beach. Just being away from all the hustle and bustle of like a city or even a town where there's buildings and things to buy. When you go out and it's just you in nature, that's a wonderful thing. A lot of people are drawn to that. Man always has been drawn to that. And me being a flat earther, you know, and obviously I don't think the earth is a pancake. I think it's a topographical stationary plane. So there's hills and valleys and there's elevation changes. I think looking into what this place is and figuring it out, that it's not moving, I think that is nature. You know, that is reality. And to be called stupid or an idiot or go back to school because you're interested in what reality truly is, and you question, have we been told the truth from the beginning or not? I mean, we understand there's good and evil. I mean, I hope everybody understands there's good and evil, and there's deceivers. There's people that deceive, there's governments that deceive, and I believe there's a great deceiver that all he can do is lie. And if there's inversions all around us, everything is twisted and confusing and wild, you know, obviously they wouldn't leave the earth, what the earth is, alone. And then one thing that I was thinking about, and I mean, this little argument has to do with motion. You know those little moving sidewalks at airports? They go 2.5 miles an hour. And so I just play around with like if the ground is moving stuff, because where I'm at, it'd be something like 800 or 900 mile an hour tangential speed. And of course, you know, people that believe in the spinning globe, that believe you just can't feel it, they'd say, you know, it's relative, it's not tangential speed, bro, it's 15 degrees per hour or whatever. Anyway, it's still tangential speed. And so on the moving sidewalk, if you're sitting on a moving sidewalk, and let's make it the state of the size of your city or the size of the state, a whole state of a sidewalk going at in one direction at 2.5 miles an hour. If you were sitting on it blindfolded, like you were stationary and you were not moving, you wouldn't know which direction you were going, I don't think, because it would be a constant rate of speed. The second you get up and you start to move, you start to walk, I'm walking this way and I'm turning, okay, and I'm putting energy into the ground, I'm pushing down and back, and that makes my body and my brain and the vegetable, I can't say it, the inner ear tubes that let you know you're moving. Anyway, vestibular tubes, shoot, I went blank on it. But the second you put your own energy into motion and you get to go, you'll know if the ground under you is going in what direction. Because the moving sidewalk's only 2.5 miles an hour, and you could tell, oh, I'm going with it. Whoa, look at this, the way this feels. And if you turned against it, you could tell you weren't moving as quick. And to say the ground right here is going 800 to 900 miles an hour in one direction, but I can't tell which direction that is, it's just game over for the moving earth for me. And if that makes me a fool to believe that, then you can point your finger and laugh at me, but it's just a belief. How's my belief going to hurt you or hurt humanity? If I'm wrong, I'll find out what the truth is in time. But then when you really start looking into the science of it, and you get looking into interferometry and them using light to detect motion, very, very fine, any bit of motion, it can detect it, and it not being found. In the example of Michelson-Morley, they were looking for 30 kilometers a second. And the device was so sensitive, it would have easily nailed it to know that the rate of speed that we're going around the sun is the speed they say it is, and all that. But the results maybe showed like 5 kilometers a second. And some people trip out that anything was detected, but that wasn't the ground moving. The rotating heavens have forces, and I think that the interferometer just picked up the motion of the sky. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling. You guys have all heard that a million times from Witsit and other legends, but I'm just telling you personally. I was listening this morning to Bobby Thompson on Iron Realm with Zach and another dude. I haven't really heard his voice that much. I need to listen to them a lot more. Anyway, they were talking about just how wild it is that, like, the kinematic equivalent. So basically, a stationary plane Earth with the luminaries moving like this, or the stars infinitely far away appearing to be fixed, and the Earth rotating. Like, that dynamic is so exact. Either way works mathematically. People were, the thought came up was like, why would God do that? Or why is it so tricky? Or is that some sort of spell? You know what I mean? And I don't think that's the case at all. I think Satan got cast out. I think he got thrown under the firmament, down into this realm, and he's been trapped here for thousands of years. And he may have been there from the beginning. And so he's the one that I think has made the trick, because I think that our Heavenly Father wants us to know how our body works and how this place works. And I think he made this place, the Creator made this place where energy should be free, water should be free, growing your food and all that stuff should be free. And I'm not trying to say we shouldn't have commerce or we shouldn't have like buying and selling of things, but I imagine a world where everyone was in relationship, families worked together to raise, just everybody as a community raised the little ones and watched over them, made sure they were safe. And one person grew a particular crop and the other person grew a different one, and they rotated what they grew, and they shared, in the abundance that the earth would give, they shared. Dude, that way of relating to me is beautiful. I'm not against technology or cities. I'm not against advancing, but one of the big things that this flat earth movement has done for me is it's returned me to the basics. Being outside right now is beautiful. The woods are beautiful. Thinking about how trees grow and what they are and how they work, everything is amazing. And I didn't realize how much I had not looked up at the stars. I had not looked up at the moon, or if I saw the moon back 2-3 years ago, I was like, oh, there's the moon. No feeling, no emotions about it at all. When now I look at all of it like it's a mystery and it's amazing. How does it work? What is it? So I'm proud of all y'all. That's what I basically wanted to say is I'm proud of everybody that's not scared or fearful of what man thinks of you and is asking questions. And even if you're just curious, even if you don't have a clue what's what, but you're just entering into the communities, I think most people are gonna find it pretty comfortable in the side of folks seeking the truth in all things, because our answer generally is, well, I think it's this, I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but this is pretty fascinating to work out. Where in the scientific realm, a lot of the times the people are like ego and prideful and, oh, that's been figured out 2,000 years ago, or you idiot, of course it's this, there's no other thing it could be at all, no way. And then that's it, they're just locked up, stuck, imprisoned, I think, in bondage of, in the mind. But man, I feel like I had more stuff. Oh, I did. Once I started walking, I thought about it. So I was just talking to y'all about how crafty that equivalence is, the kinematic and dynamic equivalence, and how that is just so wild. Think about it this way, spiritually speaking. Satan is also crafty in how we think about who we are, when we say, who are we? And when we make decisions and when we do things. And to me, I can operate in the flesh using my mind, me, JT. I have a will, I have emotions, and ultimately I can be God in my life at any moment, any second. I'm the ruler, I'm the leader, I make the decisions, I call the shots, etc. But I've also experienced, many years where I've lived surrendered to the Messiah, where I say, not me, but you. And I ask the Creator to show me how to live this day. Show me how you want me to treat this person, or how you want me to communicate with that person. Do you want me to give food to this needy person, or money? Like, just all these little questions I have going throughout my day. I yield for a split second, and I let the Spirit speak, not me. And I feel like I've been guided in a beautiful way. But there's also, I don't want to say kinematic and dynamic equivalence, but there's also wait a second, is that me and my desires, or is that the desires of the Heavenly Father through me? And it can ebb and flow so easily, where a person can be in charge. Oh, no, I'm a terrible God, let me let God be in charge. That's kind of tricky and interesting to think about too, because we ask, well, what is the world? Where do we live? Is it moving? What's its shape? How does it work? The same thing happens with the human body. Like I said earlier, how do you get healthy? What is true health? And then the spirit. And hey, morning. And the soul, like, how does the soul operate? What is will and emotions and desires and love and passion and integrity, honesty, and all these things that's inside of us or around us? I don't know. It's just really neat, man. That I may have lost some people on that last bit. Some people might have been like, oh, you weren't really churchy on me, or God, or philosophical or emotional or whatever. But you know what? That's me. That's how I roll. I think about stuff all the time from different angles. And that's been one of my favorite things about this, is we have a right to ask questions and to seek the truth and look at it from this angle. Is it, a spinning globe, and how could it be? And what would that look like if it were? And then, is it stationary? Is it not moving? And anyway, let's see. Gosh, got 19 people in here this morning. That's good to see you. Much love. No longer on the ball, popping in early. Mentally divergent. I haven't seen you around that much. Mojo. Of course, it was awesome, Mojo Shop, meeting you at Flattoberfest. I hope you make it to the next one. I'm planning on going. I'm going to try to reach out on Monday and see if I can get one of those on-site tents or whatever. Hey, plane transduction. That dude's in, he's in France, or he's been translating some of these videos over for his folks, which is really, really cool. Sam, good to see you. Four Jacks, hey. And Eric's in the house. I like talking to Eric. He's hilarious. He's got a lot of good jokes. He's of the mindset that we should really bring humor into this, because like if you're laughing, you're kind of loose and you can think about something, rather than being strict and all that stuff. But Scott with 1T, I always like seniors. Your name, what a legend, JT, your true warrior in the most high truth. Yeah, bro, Riggs, my boy, I want to talk to you soon. I love that you're pretty close to me, a couple hours away. We're going to do lunch pretty soon. If any of y'all ever want prayer or just to chat, I'm pretty available if you just message me on Telegram. That'd be the easiest way. I always like hopping on with people because, I mean, ultimately I'm talking live on YouTube, and that's great and all. But I love when I can interact with folks. I've been talking with Bobby Thompson probably 2 times or 3 times a week. That dude is legendary, and he's got a lot of stuff coming. But yeah, that's all I've got. I kind of went the long way around here to spend more time with y'all. But Daryl Davis, Flat Earth Farms, met him at Flattoberfest 2. That was super cool. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up and get to the house. My wife's dad's in town. We're doing Father's Day, and it's my youngest turned 4 today as well. So I only went 6. I could have done like 10 or 11, but I wanted to get home. But thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for accepting me, just how I am, who I am. I know I'm a very different dude, but I'm not trying to deceive anybody or trick anybody. I don't have anything up my sleeve. Like, I literally don't have a plan to like jack with anybody's mind. I just want to know what the truth is in all things and share it as I find it. And some of the stuff I honestly think we may not know in this lifetime, and that's okay. You know, you don't have to freak out if you can't know something. But love y'all. Peace, blessings, and love. Catch you next time I throw out a random one. Sorry I was so sweaty.